Hemet, California. It's a small town in Southern California. And if you were growing up there from the time frame of 1995 to 2013, the same way that I was, and you're black, you might have, or most likely have, experienced racism in some of the ways that I have in the past. And I wanted to give you guys a little bit more of my backstory, who I am as a person. So I want to talk about my upbringing. My mom was a Jamaican immigrant. She came to the United States when she was about 13 or 14, met my dad in Maryland, and then they moved together to California, where my dad was born and raised. And if you're not familiar with Hemet, California, think bro, think skinhead or skin brand. You could also think skinheads, but SRH, lifted trucks, was Alpine Stars. These type of brands were really, really, really popular in the time that I grew up as a kid. And some of my memories, especially some of them with my mom, were of her experiencing direct racism. And I want to tell you guys a couple of stories of that and share to you that I've had, some traumatic incidences, but I don't want it to allow that memory and, my upbringing to affect my relationships with people, because I'm a relationships coach. I'm a dating coach. I'm a self-improvement social type of guy. So thinking that you guys have been in situations similar, I can relate to you and I could really, open up. So I remember one time we were driving to school and my mom had this red minivan. It was the Chrysler Town and Country. And, we were at a stop sign and my mom started to go and the other car was a big white truck. Started to go too, and it was like a debacle on who was going to go, whose turn it was. I think it was his turn. I think my mom was in the wrong, honestly. But because of this little debate, it was me and my little sister in the car. This dude, this is maybe like young 20s guy, skinhead, SRH type of guy, rolls down the window and says, what is it, white pride, something, and hard R, something like that. And I just remember saying to my mom, what did he say? And she reframed it. She said, ride the white train, and then, a slur after that. But I remember another incident where I was doing push-ups at a tennis court on campus. This is in high school. And a white girl comes over, kicks me in the ribs, and says, I don't like him. He's a hard R. And looking back on these incidences, I kind of put up a shell to protect myself from the emotions that I feel like I should have been feeling at this time. And looking back on it, maybe it reflects in, the type of people that I like and the type of brands that I associate with and the people that I do business with more than I realize. There was another time where it wasn't even, as much racism, but I remember this affecting me. I was skateboarding at school. It was in middle school. And somebody came up to me and said, black people don't skate. What are you doing? And I did a nollie flip in front of him. I remember I was so proud of that moment because I did a nollie flip. It's, it's a switch kickflip for, people that aren't too familiar with skateboarding. But I remember that being a fuel for a flame and a fire to start proving people wrong, to start letting people know that their idea of who I am as a man is just that, their idea of who I am. And because of the skin color and the tone and the complexion of my skin, it has no bearing on who you are as a person or as a soul. I remember another time I was dating this girl. I'm not going to say her name or the guy's name. I actually ended up playing volleyball with this guy at a later time, but I started dating this girl, and he had a huge crush on her. Amazing, like a ridiculous crush on this girl. And he ends up texting this girl when we started dating each other, the hard R, like text message after text message after text message after text message. And I remember her breaking up with me because of that. And at this time, I didn't much care. I was kind of dating girls just to date girls. But I remember being kind of hurt by this, as somebody should, because a girl broke up with you because of the social pressures of the people outside. And I understand absolutely. She thought I was cute. I thought she was cute. But at the end of the day, it's super hard to be a young teenager and to be dealing with outside influences and pressures and somebody sending you, hate mail to your phone, directly to your phone. And at the end of the day, man, I've experienced a lot. I've lost my mom. She's part of the reason why I got into pickup, social setting, social game. You can't let it affect you past the point of the incident, because the more that you let it affect you, the more that it's kind of like a lens on a camera. Your camera is your world, and if you're allowing that to distort the lens and distort the perspective and distort how you see the world, then you're going to be seeing it through their lens, and that's when they won. Like, their opinion of you is just that. It's none of your business. So if you've experienced racism, I I can relate to you. And, you know, I've experienced racism on both sides. I've experienced racism. I was in Venice Beach, and, you know, there's a group of black radical Muslims or Jewish people. I can't exactly remember what their upbringing was, but they said, "Hey, young black man, you should join our religious group." And I said, "Sure, I'll listen." Like, just, you know, and entertaining them. They said, "So you look like you're mixed. What's your mix?" I said, "White and black." And he said, "Is your dad black or is your mom black?" I said, "My mom's black." And he said, "Oh, you're not a black man." He said, "It depends on the seed, not the soil that you planted in." And I was like, "Ah, darn." And I, you know, just sarcastic. I didn't really give too much of a care at the time, but to be honest and be vulnerable with you guys, it does hurt. It does feel bad. It does, you know, when somebody doesn't accept you for who you are. But I wouldn't be here today if I didn't allow that to fly over me, to wash over me. I wouldn't be the person inspiring you to go talk to girls. I wouldn't be the person on this camera talking to you right now to tell you that I've been there, I've been hurt before, I've been assaulted for being, you know, a person of color. I've been told that I can't do this. I've had direct racism, you know, expressed towards my mom. And if there's anything inside of my soul that I could share with you, is we're in this together. This is a fight that can be won, and it does get better. My life has gotten so much better, so much better over the years in ways that I can't even explain or describe to you. And if you're looking to increase the quality of your life, I recommend a few things. Reading more books, doing more physical activity. Those are the two things that will instantly, on command, change the quality of your life and the quality of your vibration, because books and physical activity go together like, you know, ham and cheese. Or if you're vegan, you know, rice and quinoa or something like that. The immediate impact that reading will give to you will expand your mind, it'll give you new horizons, and physical activity will just raise your vibration to a point where you're not even worried about what other people are saying about you. So I wanted to come on here and just give you more of my soul, who I am as a person, give you more of my background, and I think I accomplished that. This video is going to be a little bit shorter. I don't care to be doing long videos. I just wanted to give you a piece of me. I love you. If you got something from this video, just let me know in the comments what it is that you got, and I'll be happy to respond to you. I love YouTube. I love you. And if you're dealing with racism today, just know that they're in a much sadder place than you will ever be. Ever be. I love you. I care about you. Let me know how your day's going in the comments down below. I'll be happy to reach out to you. Have a wonderful day.